bridge to the turnabout. Now it's bridge to the trial bout. Miles Edgeworth versus unknown yet to be determined prosecutor who may or may not be the returning Franziska von Karma. Who's to say, eh? Yeah. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know shit about shit. Whatever it was that he saw on the night of the incident, I will drag it out of him. Yeah, they'll call bikini. Mm-hmm. It really wasn't you. And for once, Miles believes this person. He's heard thousands of defendants say that before. How does everybody know that he... How does nobody know that he's a... Wait a second. Is Miles really just hiding? The hope is that nobody discovers that he's a prosecutor. Okay. So what happens when the prosecutor is Franziska von Karma? Like, okay, Miles is a licensed attorney. He can practice law. Now, granted, he's appearing before the Canadian judge who don't really remember him much, eh? Miles, why are you wearing your red suit? Couldn't you have worn a blue suit? Do you only own one suit? Same cannot be said for the prosecution. I fear a whip. Every time I hit A right now, I expect to be cut off by a whip. Prosecutor has no conscience. I hope the prosecutor is Phoenix with amnesia. That would be amazing. Every time I hit A, I expect the whip. Oh? Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. This court finds the defendant. Whip! Franziska von Karma returns! Why are we doing the triple question mark thing, game? Come on. Come on. Come on. Why are we... Oh my god, that's right. They have to pretend... They have to pretend that this game might have happened after Ace Attorney and not after Justice for All. The entire point of Justice... So how do you do this? Oh my god, come on. How do you do this without referencing the history of Justice for All? The answer, incidentally, is poorly. You do this poorly if you don't reference their history from Justice for All. Why can't Miles just say that he was a prosecutor? Why doesn't Franziska point out that this man is a prosecutor? Oh, right, because prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Fine. I don't know how I feel about whips in the courtroom, eh? Bailiff, remove that. Miles! Miles! Hold on. I'm going to try this once. Try to get the timing right. Ah, the doink doink button doesn't calibrate quickly enough. Listen. I just... Miles. You know what you said. Just... Yeah. He's using his name. Wait a second. Hold on. Are we supposed to believe... Okay. Miles Edgeworth was the chief prosecutor for Neosanfrantokyo. Are we supposed to believe, one, that in his entire legal career, Miles Edgeworth only prosecuted one case before the Canadian judge whose name escapes me? We'll call him Judge Canuck. Miles Edgeworth only prosecuted one case before Judge Canuck in his entire legal career, and it was his first one. That is what we're supposed to believe. Secondly, we are supposed to believe that Judge Canuck is so insulated and lives in such a hockey and curling and poutine and silly accents and Quebecois independence and Justin Trudeau in blackface shaded bubble that he only knows the names of the prosecutors that appear before him and does not even know who the chief prosecutor of Neosanfrantokyo is. Now listen, Kath, I cut off the bit before I mentioned the bagged milk and the Timbits. I could have gone further, but I stopped. I spent a weekend in Toronto once. It was lovely. We're supposed to believe that Judge Canuck has never heard the name of Miles Edgeworth. Okay, fine. Judge Canuck does not tolerate people behaving strangely in his court. He tries cases in Neosanfrantokyo. Fine. Whatever. Alright. Good lord, that lady got stabbed. Good lord, did that lady get stabbed. Wait a second. If she got thrown out the window after she was already dead, how could this stabbing have been the one that killed her? That doesn't seem to make sense. Unless someone stabbed her to death, threw her out the window, and then posed her body in a grotesque display, as if to make it look like God himself had struck her down. Which seems, again, just a little darker than this game wants to go. Oh no! I feel like she got something so bad a new crime has to be classified. She got mega stabbed. Okay. She got mega stabbed. Alright. There is a witness to her crime. Mm-hmm. I like how Miles insists that this is his last trial, which... Oh, can we get her an apple box? Come on. Can we get her a big cushion? Can we... Oh, God. Oh, God. There we go. Milk crates. The joke is she's short. It's a good joke. Yeah, you're correct. I don't appear to be wearing a goog. Do you have a problem? The Garden of... Okay, then. Okay, then, Franziska. I need Gook merch. Listen, Kath. One day, probably right around the time we get that tier 4 Kate and Alenko emote, but one day, Goog Trooper hat. There you go. Syndicate Snivy with the excellent suggestion. Thank you, Snivy. Tell us about your own movements that nighty. I wonder which is more grating, my terrible Canadian accent or this stupid French accent. And I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. As you can see, my back likes to act up. Yes. So I left Iris to help the acolyte, returned to Hazakura Temple. No bath at the inner temple. I needed a long hot soak. After I finished, just as I was heading back, that's when I saw it, and the testimony ends. Okay. This lady talking about her back is making me want to straighten mine out. You're not about to fall at the first hurdle. I don't know why we're doing the charade of people not knowing that Edgeworth is a prosecutor by trade. In order to do that, a place strong. Okay. It's a good hold-up. Edgeworth has some good drops. Tell us more about your back pain, lady. She was going to back pain herself to death? Okay. You met Iris in the inner temple. We have sworn testimony that she was not in the inner temple. Hey, that works. And yet... Honcho or no? Now this is really just a she said with no Yeah, the defendant has no reason to lie about not being there. Having been in the inner temple is... By the way, where are Maya and Pearl? Are they still at the inner temple? Are we supposed to believe that they've just been left to shiver in that hut? Why am I the only... Well, it's no one else's turn, eh? Oh, they're dead. They could be dead. They could have been eaten by the Yeti. Glorious! If you're going to question the memory of the witness, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence. Okay. Glacier would have saved from a Yeti attack. You're right, Kath. My backlight's tagged up. Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. Okay. Well, this is a different judge. This is a Canadian beardy judge. All right, Kath, your reference to failed 1990s WCW project Glacier was, in fact, glorious. You're not wrong. Iris always wears the same clothes. Then why is it... Then why does it matter that she was wearing the same thing she had worn to dinner? There's no bath at the inner temple. Okay. That's gross. Gross. Damn it, Bikini, your name is Bikini. You invite this guy. Now Edgeworth is being whipped. The lowest of the low. Miles knows exactly what it's like to be a defense attorney. Take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard. Fair enough. There's indeed only one problem with this testimony. If I can clearly point out what it is, then I begin. Just how good this witness's memory and observation. Okay, so let's look at what we have for evidence, because I'm a little stumped. Oh, wait. She can't have been wearing the same clothes because she gave her hood to Phoenix Wright. And Miles knows this because he had a very long and in-depth conversation with Phoenix Wright, who, despite being able to have very long, in-depth conversations, is not fit to be the defense attorney here. We're gonna go with that, sure. We're gonna go with that, sure. Why not? That is a very important piece of clothing. And yet... Why do you have that? Well, you see, she's full of shit. If the witness had seen the defendant, she would have seen the lack of hood. It's not a bad feeling at all exposing contradictions like this. Haha. I never prove that people are lying when I'm the prosecutor. Prosecutors just lie. Ha 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 ha. Surplus of foods, eh? I could not say that one in the accent. Now, what you must realize is that I could have also said a surplus of goods, eh? In the French accent. That would have been weirder. Sorry to break this to you. You're dumb. I absolutely wish to call your testimony into doubt. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath. Contradictory stimulation. Ha ha! Finished my bath around 11 and thought I should return to the inner temple. Fair enough. You finished your bath around 11? Wasn't that, like, significantly after the murder? Where's that autopsy report? Died sometime between 10 and 11. Okay. Fair enough. As I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. Took a look, and Iris was, oh, Mystic Elise. With that sword of all things. Staying in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. Stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out her window. Autopsy report, that one's easy. Saw a truly terrible sight. If I was in your place, would be much like Ms. Von Karma. Well, something like that. Yes, that's exactly what Gumshoe said. No, it's not. Franziska Von Karma. So this feels like a pretty easy one, which means either I'm underthinking it or it's a pretty easy one. Face it on. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out her window. Well, you see, the thing about that is she was already dead when she was pushed out the window, so objection. They don't all have to be hard. They don't all have to be hard. This fall was after she was killed. This could not have happened. Unless she stabbed her right there, herked her body up on her shoulder, climbed to the top of the building, and then threw her off just for shiggles. That's possible. Not likely, but possible. That is the logical conclusion. But then how could the... And stabbed again, Franny? Why would she stab her again? That would leave a blood stain. Was there forced entry? Were there fingerprints? On my glorious playoff beard, eh? when it produces the If Franny and Godot had a law off, would she whip the coffee out of his hand, or would he scald her whipping arm? Franny and Godot actually get along very well, and she uses the whip to fetch and toss him coffee cups, which he then drinks. That's their foreplay, actually. It's kind of impressive to watch. Would be when the blade is removed. So you think she was stabbed with the sword and then lifted as Sephiroth did Cloud and tossed with a mighty out the window with the sword through her belly? That is your theory? I mean, it lets me make a Final Fantasy VII reference, so I don't totally hate it, but I kind of totally hate your theory there, Franny. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. Okay. Okay. But not much and zero are two different things. The victim was thrown out of the window with a mighty... with the sword still in place. Note to self, name this episode title, A Mighty... Must admit that this is a Okay. I mean, it's a decent enough theory. The theory fits the facts, but... oof. We need a clearer testimony from the witness. Why did you step off of your crate? You are short. Can we get her a heating pad? Oh, now she's getting a vigorous massage. A vigorous massage with the... oh, no. Well, maybe like the I don't know. Maybe like the handle can be used to kind of like dig in there and really get at those knots. I don't know. Do professionals use tools like that? It feels clunky, but, you know, maybe the clunk is the point. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. I mean, that's true. I didn't act... oh my god. Was she trying to is Elise the stone in this situation? Was Iris trying to pull a King Arthur and remove the sword from the author? Also, I have to name one of the episodes in this case, Death of the Author. Because, yeah, that's just funny. Come on, that's funny. Okay, so someone kills her in her room, throws the body out the window. She lands in the courtyard. Iris finds the body, and Iris yanks the sword out, at which point Bikini shows up. Huh. Huh. Okay. I mean, it's an interesting hypothesis. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. All right, tell me more. Mm-hmm. Don't think I saw any blood, not then. The weapon was acting as a plug in the wound. Okay. Did you actually see the instant in which the victim was stabbed? No. So that's something. The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard. The question then becomes, why would Iris run down this... Like, if the victim was already stabbed and presumably already dead? Or if the victim was stabbed and thrown out the window, why would the killer chase the body? Like, is she playing fetch with a corpse? I don't think so. Don't try to make fetch happen there. Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too. Wait a second, didn't you just say that the... When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in a room. Her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner. What? Press further. Always press harder. You saw a little bleeding when the victim was stab-a-bitted. Yeah, this is that thing I was thinking. Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull... Oh. Well, that fits with my hypothesis. Maybe she's just dumb. Maybe she thought, oh my god, there's a sword and a lady. If I remove the sword from the lady, there will still be a lady. And then it turned out that removing the sword from the lady meant there was a sword and a corpse. She could just be dumb. Oh, it was more like it came out. Okay. More important than you can imagine. I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hilt was smoothly drawn out. Okay. Well, let's press that statement. Like a hot knife through butter. God damn, that must have fucking... The spurs on that thing just going in? Oh, that must have hurt. Iris stood up. The sword in her hand just slid out of Mystic Elise's body. Can't help but feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. Something which couldn't possibly have happened appears to have happened. It's not the weapon itself. Wait. Plunged into the hilt. Well, the hilt is all the way at the end of the thing. But the blood is only at the... So maybe it was... Wouldn't the whole sword be covered in blood? The whole sword would be covered in blood. Yeah. The whole sword would be covered in blood. The scene the witness claims to have seen. The weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. And then the killer just right out. But that's impossible. It would hurt like a mother. You would have to be exceedingly strong and, powered by Genova cells and have much better hair. No offense to Sister Iris, but Sephiroth has much better hair. Moving on. Sword was truly stabbed in the body up to the hilt. they would all be covered in blood and it wouldn't come out smoothly. There we go. Yeah! That too. That's science, lady! It may, but it can't have been stabbed up to the hilt. If the sword was thrust in all the way up to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip? Ha 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 ha! She says that she gave her the full 10 inches, but she gave her just the tip. Moving on. There should be blood along the entire length of the sword. Yeah! Yeah! Take that. The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shichishito. That was just a display thing. I mean, the fact that it was stabbed into the body and covered in blood. There's that. That's, you know, that's a thing. This was clearly posed. Mm-hmm. I will have order in my courty. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She specifically said she didn't. Searched the main hall, the surrounding area. Was a sword-like object found? Okay. I have a hunch about what sword-like object wound up being the murder weapon. I just remembered something. It's possible that... Oh, we're gonna hit on the cane. Okay. It's the cane. It's her cane. Why are we whipping the witness now? Don't whip the witness. Come on, Franny. Don't whip the witness. Do I need to drop just to signify I made a terrible music joke just now? Probably not, but I just did. All right, more testimony. What is the location of the weapon? Saw the murder at around 11 p.m. No, you didn't, but continue. After asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate, and there I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. Takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back? I mean, that's purely speculative. Objection, conjecture. She's speculating. She had... Okay, there was some evidence. Fine, fine. Here is a photograph. Snowmobile, eh? Okay. Run all the way to Dusky Bridge. That's awfully convenient. Eagle River's current is quite swift. Perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon. I mean, I don't think so, but okay. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. Couldn't very well take it easy in the bath. That's true. The one who trampled me. Okay. Well, he was in a hurry. That was very dumb of him. Your hands must be constantly full, Franziska. Tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. Okay. Press further. Always press further. Playing to a slow crowd here. Of course you do. It's a reasonable answer. Like, I don't know is a perfectly valid answer to this question. There wasn't any snow on it is also a perfectly valid answer. Okay. Well, that's the problem then, eh? I'm getting somewhat close to Sam's favorite all-time quote. Looks like you're just going to miss it tonight. I don't think he'll be around for it next week. Oh, that's a shame, Sam. I will tell you this. My current plan is to get to the next save point and then wrap it up. So, assuming that save point is close. I kind of feel like that save point is close. So, the plan is to get to a save point and then wrap it up. And yes, I know I can save at any point. But, you know, chapter breaks. They're nice. You crashed into a tree. Oh. Crunch. Possible to get to the bridge and back, yeah. Wonder if this is a press everything in advance the plot. Why did the killer do all of this? That's true. My response is to whip you! Is there any reason to go and throw away the murder weapon? Okay. All I have to do is start poking holes in this flawed account. Okay. Lightning struck... Oh! Oh! she can't have gone to the river because the bridge was on fire? That doesn't make sense. That might be the answer, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't quite make sense, but... well, it doesn't quite make sense. Thought I had something. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. How does the tracks photo disprove that? Is it just my theory that this is the main gate and this is approaching the main gate, so it's not going out? And was I right about that? I just got there the wrong way? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for the answer, Samurai Sam. Let's advance the plot. Proves the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. Yes. There should be true. That's what I was saying. I just couldn't figure out how to... like, there should be one going in and one coming out, and this is only showing the snowmobile coming in, which doesn't make sense. So, I know one of the theories I threw out was that. I just didn't properly articulate it. Why is there only one set of tracks? Why, that's when Jesus was carrying you on his snowmobile. Samurai Sam just helped me out in the video game, and then I responded by shitting on Jesus Christ, which is a thing that Samurai Sam holds dear in his life. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I'm sorry, Sam. That was me. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks. Oh, no. Oh. Sorry. Thank you. Francisca says I'm forgetting something. Tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. No, they weren't. It had stopped snowing. We have weather data to that effect. It had stopped snowing. No. There is absolutely a flaw in her theory. That is impossible. Impossible. Why is there a rude index finger currently pointing? Or so claims Ms. Von Karma. Present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow, eh? How about the fact that it had stopped snowing, eh? What time it was when you witnessed the crime? It was around 11. The weapon was thrown away after 11, and it had stopped snowing by 10:50. Ha, 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 fuck you. Writer Kath dropping a clip in the chat. Thank you so much, Kath. The snow had already stopped falling. They couldn't have been covered up. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ah, ha, 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 ha. We are victorious for the moment. Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in, says the Canadian judge. To rely on the weather of all things. When is a weather report even correct? This is actual data. No. No. No, she's just... Need to provide conclusive evidence of this, eh? Already happened. We'd know when the snow stopped. I, too, cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony. Okay. Can't back down. Okay. I think it's the tracks photo again, because there are footprints in it. But let me double check. Where is your evidence that it had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? Maybe it's the crime photo. Let me check the crime photo. The crime photo shows some footprints, but they're also kind of snow-covered. I don't think that's definitive. The tracks photo... Ooh, 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 I got it, I got it, I got it. There are footprints in the snow in the tracks photo, the trail of which are interrupted by the trail of the snowmobile as it comes in. And that... Hold on. If those footprints were there, and the... I think I'm right, I just can't prove it. I can't talk it. I'm right. I'm... possibly wrong? I'm possibly wrong. I think I might be wrong. I was, in fact, wrong. Fuck! Let's present that crime photo. It all comes down to one point. Incredibly easy. This photo will tell us everything. Okay. Yeah, so it's the blood on the footprints in the snow. And the body, yeah. There's no snow on the body, that's important. Why is there no snow on top of her? Because it had already stopped snowing. Yep, that's right. The game is correct. I deserved to lose those 3 points of a prosecutor pretending to be a defense lawyer health. There should be 2 sets of tracks. Oh, she's so short. That's such a big crate. Oh no, the judge got whipped, eh? Someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. It can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. Thus, the return tracks remained. That's fair. It's only one key for this. This feels like an important detail. We know that the... Why didn't you tell us any of this? Iris used... Huh. Interesting. The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge. So she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot. Theoretically. When I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple, you didn't see the snowmobile, did you? I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. Well, maybe she stashed it down at the Heavenly Hall. Or in the bushes or something. When I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. It was covered in snow. There have to be two irises. Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne are two different people, and Dahlia Hawthorne is here somehow. Wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to... If that was the case, there should be two sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is that shit is weird and fucked up and we need more time. And also, after it stopped snowing, someone came back to the temple. Okay. If only there was a witness to testify to having seen the snowmobile. I mean, there's Larry Butts. Maybe Larry saw something. Miles wants to get Larry on the stand anyway. Only an idiot would go wandering in that snow. Well, I know an idiot. I know one particular idiot. I have an idiot in mind. There just might be such an idiot. Yes, I do know of someone. There are two things about him, which are, one, he's a fucking idiot, and two, he says he saw something. He is our kind of idiot. Who is this idiot you're talking about? Well, Your Honor, when something smells, it's usually the boots, see? I don't know, that was Canada by way of Liverpool. Neither of them were very good. Why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder, eh? Well, turns out he's a fucking idiot, eh? And also he wanted to boink the defendant, so, you know. Phoenix would probably just moan in a drugged-up stupor from his hospital bed. Or his wheelchair. He could moan from his wheelchair while Maya pushes him around, and then the live stream opens up and Weapon comes to kill... It's another Final Fantasy VII joke. I need a drop for I just made a Final Fantasy VII. I need so many drops. I need a bigger stream deck is what I need. He is, after all, an artiste. He was searching for something in the snowy scenery. Summon this youth! Larry! You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. Ha 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 ha. And we adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Court is now in recess, eh? And blessedly that brings us to a fade to black and the to be continued screen. And that is where we will leave off for this evening. Let us save our progress up to this point. I want to thank everybody for hanging out here in the chat. Thank you so, so much for being here. For the folks on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy the next one. Take care. I will see you later. Good night.